report determines that you, Colonel Antoine Ridgway, have been found guilty of violating the Uniform Code of Military Justice for the crimes of unlawful detention, failure to obey an order or regulation, and murder. You will therefore be stripped of all ranks and titles pertaining to your service in the armed forces and detained until further notice. Mr. Ridgway, would you like to make a final statement? Very well.
We've underestimated the division for far too long.
They've hit us hard, sir. But we've still got the numbers.
Numbers don't guarantee victory. We need to change our strategy.
We could buoy up our defenses. The hyenas and outcasts won't last long with the division around. If we had less to contend with, perhaps...
It's out of the question. We are not scavengers, we are true sons. We will not hold up in the garrison like a bunch of cowards. We must launch an offensive while we have the chance.
I advise caution, General Ridgway. We could lose a lot of good soldiers.
This is a war, Sergeant. We either lose soldiers or we lose control.
We got 8 casualties, sir. 3 KIA, 2 expected.
Now, tell me what happened, son.
Fucking outcast came running in, screaming. We lit him up, but he was too close. He just exploded.
You did well. You did all you could.
What the fuck is wrong with those people?
Don't you worry. We'll make it right. We'll wipe them off the face of the earth.
Came this way. Search the area. What about in there? Clear. All right, keep going. They can't have gotten far. To the quarantine. Anybody else coming? Stay if you want, but keep to yourselves. Don't let anybody else get infected. I won't tell anyone you're here. You have my word on that. Take care.
anything. They might assume they missed us.
If we move, we're going to get caught. There's JTF all over the place out there.
Maybe we can slip through.
We can't take that chance. Not with you coughing like that. We'd be putting all these people in danger.
One thing I still haven't gotten used to is how quiet the city gets at night. I keep on waiting for sirens, for cars, for all the noises we used to take for granted. Background noise, you know? Now it's insects and birds. Oh, and gunshots, so maybe not everything has changed. I remember a party junior year at Georgetown. A bunch of us just hanging out and drinking beers, talking about what we're gonna do with our lives. I mean, well, pre-med, so it was kind of a limited conversation, but even so, none of us imagined this. I don't even know if anyone else who was at that party is still alive. And yet here I am, about to breach the Capital Station Dark Zone again, looking for meds for the people who've fallen through the cracks of whatever system's left. I like to think I'm doing the right thing.
You should have taken them to the quarantine.
These people deserve respect and care, not to be treated like cattle.
You don't get to decide. You're endangering people by being here.
There's no risk to anyone beyond this fence. I put up these signs to make sure of that.
Yeah, what if one of them decides they don't want to stay here no more?
They're terrified of infecting anyone. That's why most of them are here. They don't want to cause harm, but they also don't want to go through what they're going through alone.
What are they doing out there?
Don't worry about them. They're just frightened.
They aren't the only ones.
Fear can be a terrible thing. It can lead to anger, and from anger to hatred. If you know what a person hates, you also know what they fear.
Doesn't do much good if they're coming after you with pitchforks and torches.
I suppose not.
Do you smell gas?
A chance to come out, sister.
You can't do this.
I'm pretty sure we can. You're about to find out for yourself if you don't get out of there.
I will not.
Suit yourself.
What the hell is going on here?
This doesn't concern you, Agent.
Put that lighter away, or you're gonna wish you had.
I do as she says, Huss. She's had a rough couple of weeks. Now back away.
I catch you around here again, I'm likely to jump to conclusions.
We have to guard this area. I'm so tired. I wish we could go to sleep.
Strength and loyalty. Not just empty words, but the virtues I expect you to live by every day. the foundation upon which the true sun stands. We are at war. Our enemies are the hordes of degenerates who will see this city burn, and the failed remnants of a corrupt government. The same impotent government which lost our fine country to sickness and ruin. We will destroy them all. But we can only win this war if we stay true to the cause and to each other. Loyalty is the glue that holds us together. Without it, our foundation will rot, crumble, and fall. So when I encounter disloyalty, where I find such rot, I must cut it out before it spreads.
Please, don't do this!
Now, these soldiers swore the same oath as you did. They swore to be loyal to the cause. To me. They proved to be neither. Instead, they abandoned their posts and tried to sneak away in the night. They are oath breakers. They are deserters. We are at war. And in war, the punishment for desertion is death.
No, please, we were going to come back. We were going to...
What's the status on those fortifications? You almost done?
Not even close. It's taking forever. These fuckers are useless.
Maybe you're not properly motivating them.
I tried everything I could think of, short of murdering them all.
We captured some guys the other day that seemed pretty fit. I'll have Carlos bring them over.
Good to hear. How many?
Half a dozen. 4 men, 2 women.
That ought to make a difference. Maybe get us back on track.
Do yourself a favor. Pick your weakest worker and make an example out of him for the others.
Understood.
Friendly control point.
Look, I am not trying to drive us into a shooting war with the True Sons.
Then what are you doing?
Trying to maintain our independence. Or would you rather go back to serving under General Ridgway?
No, none of us want that, but there's no reason to deliberately provoke Ridgway's people.
I have to push back. Strength is the only language they understand. If we show weakness, we're dead.
The chances the disease has reached that area are pretty low, but not zero, so stay the hell away from anybody with flu-like symptoms.
You're scaring me, Alani.
Good. That's what I'm trying to do.
Mama was in New York in October.
They're pretty sure the outbreak started in late November. And if Mama was exposed, she'd have shown symptoms long before now.
Okay. I'll head into town this afternoon.
Remember, dry and canned goods are the priority. Assume you might have to make do for months.
I sure hope you're overreacting.
So do I, Tutu.
Where are we headed?
Georgetown. They want us to check on the Sarah post. Apparently there's been some trouble.
Some trouble?
That's what the major said. I asked for specifics, but she didn't have any.
I'm telling you, man. Somebody better step up and get organized, or we'll be sitting here with our dicks in our hands while the city falls apart. Did you hear about the riots in Bloomingdale?
I've been trying to catch up on my sleep.
15 confirmed dead. God knows how many wounded. Bunch of stores looted.
It's even worse in New York. I heard they quarantined all of Manhattan. That's crazy.
At least they're doing something.
Well, the National Guard's been called up. Should help some.
Yeah, that's all we need. Weekend warriors handling riots with machine guns.
Supplies nearby.
Hey, did you hear about Mendez?
I know he's dead.
He killed himself.
Sure.
Ate a fucking bullet.
Whoa.
Yeah, I almost feel sorry for the guy. Stress must have gotten to him. Imagine all that responsibility.
Well, he kind of botched the job, if you ask me.
Well, true. Do you even have a president now?
I guess Ellis is it.
Who's Ellis?
Andrew Ellis. Speaker of the House next in line.
I can never work that shit out. Mr. Vice President, you asked to see me?
Colonel, it's a pleasure to meet you in person. Thank you for making time.
I'm at your service, sir.
Let me speak frankly. If we don't get this outbreak under control right quick, there's a good chance we're not coming back from this.
I agree with your assessment, sir.
Then I hope you won't be shocked to hear I'm recommending a mandatory quarantine in D.C.
Well, that won't be popular.
The question is, can it be done?
Not without adversity, but it can be done.
Then do it. I'm putting you in charge.
Me, sir?
Can you think of anyone better for the job?
No, sir.
I'll want a full report on what you want to do and what you need to make it happen.
Hostile radio intercepted.
What you did was an atrocity.
You weren't there, General. You didn't see what we saw.
Don't give me that horseshit.
It's easy to pass judgment from the comfort of a federal shelter or sitting on a court-martial panel.
You had a responsibility to those people.
I had a responsibility to my men. Was I supposed to look them in the eye and tell them it made sense for them to risk getting sick, dying? For what? Bunch of strangers that weren't likely to make it through the winter anyway.
What about the doctors? Construction crews? It wasn't just infected people, you goddamn murderer. You had orders to keep them safe.
Orders? Do you know why my men follow me, General? Because they know I won't throw their lives away. That if they're loyal to me, I'll be loyal to them. A commander who isn't loyal to his men isn't worthy of command.
Face the wall.
I am still your superior. You will address me as sir.
Face the wall, or you be beaten within an inch of your life. Sir?
You seem to have a bit of an attitude problem, soldier.
You seem to have a problem following simple instructions, Colonel. This is your last warning. Face the wall.
Whatever you say, son. You're the big man in here.
Colonel Ridgway, it's good to see you, sir.
Masters, what are you doing here?
Breaking you out of this shithole, sir.
That's very decent of you, Corporal.
Being decent is my greatest ambition, sir. Shall we get you the hell out of here?
No, not just yet. Let's liberate these other soldiers from their cells. See if any of them are interested in joining the greater cause.
Yes, sir.
We had an agreement. You go your way and we go ours.
It ain't that easy. You don't get to just walk away.
Is that you talking or the Colonel?
It's General Ridgway now.
Look, you guys can go do your thing and we won't lift a finger to stop you. But we're done being part of it. We're going to stay right here in this castle and make our own way, and you'd best be okay with that.
I'm not sure the General will be.
Well, he knows where to find us.
I'm sorry, Senator, but I don't have any more to give you. You've taken all we have.
This is all you can give me? There's got to be some mistake. Do you know who I am?
I told you we're out of med kits. You got the last ones.
Excuse me? You're taking how many when the rest of us have to go without? My office and my family need these. You'll just have to wait until the next shipment. This isn't fair! I'm sorry, but that's just the way things work. I'm sure you'll be fine. No! It's not fair that you got more than one! You're not special! Excuse me? Get your hands off me. She's right. It doesn't matter you're a senator.
Come on, lady. Just give her one of the kids.
No! They're mine! I need them!
So we all know how we got in this mess, right? A psycho named Dr. Gordon Amherst cooked up his homebrew smallpox variant and spread it around on cash on Black Friday. And, well, things got a little out of hand after that. The good news, if there can be any kind of good news in something like this, is that the virus looks like it's mostly burnt itself out. You can still find pockets if you go looking for it, but why in the hell would you want to do that?